it's hard to believe, like, I've got followers around Atlanta, they come to every gig and there's now loads of them. And they're getting to know me like probably you know me, which is like, you've seen me, oh man, there were some bad gigs back then, but you've seen me like 15 years ago in here on this piano making a hell of a racket. And here you still are, I don't know.
Karate.
Oh yeah, we did do that. That was an experience, wasn't it? I got a friend of mine whooping around here. We had taekwondo outfits on, and we came in and whooping through the door. There's only about 25 of you out there. All I remember is we had a strobe light on. So I just looked out, and everyone's eyes are about that big. It's like, did we just come to a music gig, or is this a showdown? I live on the north side of Atlanta, and it's pretty hot, and I've started getting into golf, because I didn't say I was any good, I just said I'm getting into it. And I do it because you can play for about 10 to 15 bucks, which is like 10 quid, like 7 to 10 quid, you can do a full 18-hole round of golf. They slap in a cart, and then every 3 hours or so they've got the bar cart, bringing around ice-cold Bud Light, so you can have an ice-cold beer while you swing. Well, anyway, I took it up maybe a year ago, and my old man bought my clubs over when he came to visit, and about a year ago today, I started giving it a go on these whopping great courses. If anyone's into golf and been to America, you'll know that they feel like twice the size. They're massive, which is brilliant for people like me, because I need a wide berth, because I'm not hitting well. So, and I was just getting into Twitter at the time. This is how, and by the way, this is a story about how I'm getting gigs in Atlanta or America at the moment. So, I wasn't playing very well because I was a beginner, and I was on Twitter at the same time, so the combination went, I'm tweeting about how terrible this game is. Like, stupid game, like, why is the ball that small? Why make it 500 yards? So I started tweeting a series of like complaints really at anyone who's listening about my golf game, and I started getting followed by these PGA pros. Only in America is this going to happen, and they started finding the tweets funny. Well, next thing you know, I got invited onto this radio show. I got a thing of it. Hang on. I was invited onto this. Here we are. Right, his name, right, is, I can't remember.
Good name.
Brian something, and he was just up with Phil Mickelson the day before. And he's a golfer, and I was invited onto the radio show, and I'm on lots of radio shows, and they want to talk about music. So when I got the email, it says, we'd like you to come on to 790, The Zone. I said, all right. And I said, where do I need to be? And I said, what's it about? What hour? Well, it's the, I was invited onto the 9 a.m. Saturday golf talk. And here I am with Brian, and I've even brought my guitarist, I have no idea why, because we don't talk about music. So we got me in the middle of the course, and there he is. And we spent, and I said, how long is this interview? Because normally they want you on and off air in about 5 minutes, and then they'll slap a song on after the interview. He said an hour. Well, we're only 3 hours from Augusta. By the way, only 3 hours. You'll drive 3 hours if you need a pint of milk in America. So 3 hours is nowhere. It's just down the road. And Augusta, if anyone knows anything about golf, you'll know that Augusta is one of the nicest golf courses in the world. The most prestigious golf courses, at least, are there in Augusta. So I go on this golf show and make a complete prat of myself because he's saying, so what handicap are you? I have no idea. I don't have a handicap. I shouldn't even be on the course. I like it for the bud every third hole. I'm tearing up golf courses across Atlanta right now, getting kicked out. And I mentioned I got kicked out of one, and we're live on air, and he wants to know the golf course because he's going to say something to them. And he beat Phil Mickelson the day before, so he knows what he's doing. And we've somehow managed to bumble through it. And I think he realised after about, well, all of 20 seconds that I wasn't a golfer. And he's wondering why I'm on the show. I'm wondering why I'm on the show. So we blagged this hours interview live on air, and we talk about music a little bit, but he's trying to relate it to golf. So how would you compare golf to piano? Well, Brian, in no way are they related. Next question. And so we do it. Anyway, 24 hours later, I get an email from a venue in Augusta. They said, Kevin, we heard you on the radio. And I said, tell me it wasn't 790 The Zone. They're like, yeah, we heard you on the 7. I was like, oh no. I'm going to be the prank mascot coming out for the Masters next thing. And there's this venue, prestigious little venue in North Augusta, and they heard the music on there, and they wanted me to come do a gig there. So I said, oh, funny way to get a gig, but all right. I'm expecting a couple of people in the crowd. Well, word got around North Augusta, and it only held just about 100 seats. It's no bigger than this, really. It's about 100 and something seats. Very, very quaint, very intimate. And they sold it out in something like a couple of hours. And then I started freaking out because I got this gig because I had the nerve to tweet about golf 6 months earlier. So that's how it goes, and that's Brian. I've actually got that. This was all neat and tidy. It's a little bit messy, all this PC business, but hang on. This is it, gigs. What's this one? So this is South Carolina, this is Downstairs Live. This is South Carolina. Oh, you can't see it. There you go, that's me and something. Oh well. Yeah, and there's all kids, and only in America, drinking Bud Light on the 9th hole, tearing up the golf course, are you going to get a sold-out gig in Augusta. It's only going to happen there, but that was a good night. It was good fun. It was me peeing. Lemonade means something different. I was trying to buy a Jameson and lemonade, and they looked at me funny. And I left it on a Jameson and lemonade. I said, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Jameson and lemonade. She asked a third time, and I insisted I wanted a Jameson and lemonade. And she brought back me this cloudy. Someone sneezed in it. I said, what's this? But apparently lemonade is real lemonade over there. So I paid for the snot Regis drink I had and then asked for a Sprite. So it's brought a new meaning to this. This is a song called Singing Like a Rich Man. Cause she secretly smiles when I'm looking right away. We're talking to some high-profile fools. They say it won't worth watching on. Well, it must be pleasing when you see some new designer suits. But work 100-hour weeks, you could pay the deficit you owe. And all the cars and big champagne. This song after a conversation I had with this. I used to play in Bristol a lot, and I was playing this swanky looking place, and this rich guy, turns out it was all on credit, so it wasn't even real, but like, we had this conversation about he thought your value is in your bank balance, or given that I was a few grand in debt,